Hello, everyone. Welcome to Road Trip to Bliss. My name is Lisa, and today we're going to talk about breakups. I know this is a tough subject, and I am glad you are here. You're not here by coincidence. You're meant to be here. So I hope these words are as helpful to you as they have been for me in going through heartbreak. It's not easy. And I totally understand that, but I'm hoping that some of these words will resonate with you and you can grasp onto them at some other time, whether it's tomorrow or a week from now, and find some comfort and some hope. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm going to give you 6 tips on how to get through a breakup. And notice I say through a breakup, not over a breakup. Number 1 is give yourself time to grieve. Understand that there is no time limit, that there is no right or wrong ratio of, oh, I've been with this person only 6 months. I only need a week of time to get over them. Or I've been divorced for 30 years or married 30 years and it's going to take me 5 years to get over them. This is a totally personal totally personal thing. It has nothing to do with, there's no math equations that work with this. Okay. So just understand that your time is your time. And by allowing yourself to feel the emotions and process it, you are going to give yourself the ability to heal and heal properly and heal fully. Because it's like if you broke your foot and you just took some pain medication and wrapped it up with some band-aids and kept walking on it, eventually that foot is going to be a mess. The proper thing to do is to go get it wrapped up in a cast, not walk on it, take the pressure off, and let it heal properly before you walk on it again. So don't just put a band-aid on it and keep walking with that pain, because it's going to get ugly. It's going to rear itself later on, rear its ugly head later on. Trust me with this. And no one likes to hear this, but by giving yourself time to grieve, that also means not dating while you're doing this. The worst thing you can do, nobody wants to hear this piece of advice, but I'm telling you right now, give yourself time alone to grieve. You cannot grieve and do all this healing while you're with someone. I'm sorry, but it doesn't work. It just does not work. So give yourself time, solo time, to really process the breakup, however long that takes you. Number 2 is to lean on supports around you, and that's friends, family, groups, whatever it takes, as long as it is solid support. Not, oh, you want to bash him all day or bash her all day. Not that type of support system. That's not what I mean. Or, oh, just go date and get over it. No, don't listen to that crappy advice. As well meaning as it may be, it's not what you need. You need people that are going to support you, but not steer you in the wrong direction. So just hopefully they're giving you comfort, but also giving you perspective that's healthy and will help you in the long run. Number 3 is to take care of yourself. I know this sounds very cliche, but you got to take care of yourself by exercising, eating well, getting enough sleep. Sleep is not my forte when I'm going through heartache. I went through my divorce. I lost a lot of weight, very unhealthy, very unhealthy time in my life. And I now realize that I could have done a much better job there. Engaging in hobbies or activities that you used to enjoy. I know this seems really impossible, but do your best to get back into enjoying those things. If you like to run, if you like to shop, if you like to go hang out with your friends in a, not a dating environment, but you know what I'm saying. Go out there with your friends and enjoy time. Go to a movie, go to a show, go to a museum, whatever. But start doing those things as soon as possible. Again, not saying you need to get over it, but you have to introduce these things back into your life slowly so that you can begin to feel good about where you're at and who you are. Number 4 is avoiding contact with this person. I know this is hard if you have children and you may have to have contact with this person, but if you don't need to have contact, do not have contact. It's going to create the space that's needed for healing, but also prevent you from reopening those wounds every time you see this person. And there's that rabbit hole of, did she look at me that way because she's feeling it? Just don't go there. Do not put yourself through that trauma, through that pain of reliving it over again, giving yourself hope. Don't do it. Just avoid contact if it's possible. Number 5 is reflect and learn. You can definitely look back and go, hey, I could have done that differently, or I can do that differently, or I didn't like the way I reacted to that. Take those take those things and take them as lessons and identify patterns that maybe aren't healthy that you're bringing into a relationship. Not taking blame. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying take blame for what happened, because I know most of us tend to do that, is take on 100%, 130% of the blame. That's not what I'm saying. But you can reflect and learn. Look at some of your old patterns that you maybe were, you know, engaging in that are not what you want to bring into the next relationship or even part of who you want to be. So I know I wasn't always the best in certain situations and I could have done a heck of a lot better job, but hey, I'm a work in progress. And believe me, I have worked on those things. All right. Lastly, number 6 is to look ahead and set new goals. You need to shift your focus towards the future at some point in time. It may not be today, but at some point you have to start looking at the future and set goals for yourself. And this did not happen overnight, trust me. I had to heal, I had to do a lot of healing, a lot of crying, a lot of yeah, it was painful. But at some point I had to go, hey, I need to look at the future. And at 48 years old, I got my GED. I got my real estate license 2 years later. I started a business. I became a Reiki Master, a life coach. I've done a lot of growing in the last few years, but that was only because I was able to embrace these opportunities and rediscover my passions and really, really, really pursue personal growth, and not with the expectation that I was going to get this person back or I was doing it to attract a new person. Another big myth, no, you don't do these things with the hope of, I want to be a better person. Yeah, you want to be a better person for the next person that comes into your life, but it has to be for you. It has to be for you. I cannot stress that enough. It must be for you. And the other person can reap the benefits, but it can't be about them. So just remember, everyone's healing process is unique, and it's important to be patient and kind to yourself as you go through this. But just remember, you're going through it. You're not trying to jump over it. You're not trying to jump ahead. You're not trying to skip everything. You're just allowing yourself the grace and the patience and kindness to get through it as best you can. I hope this is helpful. Please just know that I understand how painful this can be. And I understand that a lot of this just is not even going to resonate as I'm saying it, but hopefully tomorrow or the next day or next week, you'll hear something in your mind again that will awaken something